All right, Rob, I understand what that other guy was talking about when he was saying he's pretty much over it now with all of this ice. You know, like it was fun, but it's like, okay, you know, it's just there and it's hard. You know, it's just in the way.
As long as we keep getting these cold temperatures, it's going to still be just there. And that's part of the deal when you get the frozen precipitation. It's got to melt, and if you don't get the temperatures above freezing for long enough, it can't melt. So we'll have to wait till maybe late this morning and this afternoon for that melting to reinitiate. Hopefully we'll get a bunch more off the roads before things start to freeze up again tonight. And we're going to continue this process for another couple of days. So especially in the shaded areas, especially in some of those spots that don't get to see enough sunshine or get warm enough, this stuff is going to linger for a while. I do see plenty of clouds this morning, and that's doing a pretty good job of preventing temperatures from getting as low as they otherwise would. We've got a lot of mid-20s and low 20s. It would be colder if those skies were completely clear. I see 26 in Valdosta, 25 in Tallahassee, and 23 in Thomasville, but it's only 19 in Quincy. It's 22 in Bainbridge, a little warmer in Perry at 31 or 34 in Cross City. Now the breeze, it's nothing that we'd call windy, right? 3 to 8 miles per hour, but it doesn't take very much breeze to make it feel a couple degrees colder when the temperatures are starting so low. So in Quincy, it feels like it's just 13. In Moultrie, it feels like it's 17. So it's going to be a bundle them up kind of morning for sure. Now, there are some clouds across the Gulf Coast. We're going to get a little reinforcing push of cooler air on Friday, and that's going to continue these frozen nights. The big cold is not going away just yet. We had it last night into this morning. We'll have it tonight into tomorrow morning. We'll have it Friday night into Saturday morning. And then hopefully the winds start to change and we start to warm the air up a little bit and get back to more typical January levels around here. We're supposed to be starting near 40 and topping out someplace in the 60s. I'm hoping today we can make it into the 40s after starting in a lot of places back down near 20. Now on the Gulf today, winds out of the north 5 to 15, seas 1 to 3 feet. We'll put a light to moderate chop in the protected waters. So a little better out there for the boaters, just cold. A lot of us this morning, big cold. We're talking 20s. We've been there for hours. We'll be there for a few more hours. It'll likely not be until 9, 10, 11 o'clock before temperatures start getting above freezing. This afternoon, we're hoping for some real serious melting on all those road surfaces again to get rid of that ice so the roads will be easier to drive on tomorrow. They are easier to drive on today compared to yesterday, but they're still dangerous. You need to make sure you go extra slow, and if you don't need to be on the roads, don't. Not today. Give it a little bit more time for that melting to do its thing, for those roads to clear up. The secondary roads, especially the bigger roads that have been traveled a little bit, that's already seen some of that melting and pushing all that ice away. But some of the smaller roads haven't yet, and it's still very dangerous. We're still talking low 20s again tonight. Lots of hours below freezing, so more hard freeze concerns. Another night to take all those cold weather precautions. And here we go with that 7-day forecast, where I think by Sunday, Monday, we can start to get those afternoon temperatures up and maybe keep the morning temperatures above freezing, so we get back to more typical January weather for around here early next week. Of course, we still have to finish this week, and we still have a lot of cold to talk about. This morning, tomorrow morning are the coldest, but I think it's going to be big cold again on Saturday morning. And those afternoons this weekend hopefully start climbing into the 50s. That'll at least be a start.